highlights.
This is, and always has been, and will be, the greatest spectacle in racing. This is the Indianapolis 500.
Get ready, green.
I had my phone ready. I was like, hey guys, you want a video of the first lap?
Will Powers on the outside.
Look back though at Santino Ferrucci. It stars and stripes goes right to P4. Ferrucci's on the hunt with the 3 Penske's leading.
Further back, I think the blue and orange cars.
If we had this horrible crash, like,
Marcus Ericsson, around goes Pierre.
And I believe is that Catherine
Tom
66.
The Meyer Shank
I don't know what
Racing
Blanc
rookie.
was
There's
doing there.
Ericsson, car destroyed, banging the steering wheel. His Indy 500 probably over.
The guy who almost won back-to-back in 22 and 23 is out of the race, and so too is the
I don't know
rookie
why
Tom
we were so
Blomqvist.
aggressive for lap 1.
Ericsson, of course, starting right near the back on that final row, and Townsend back there. There is so much dirty air. This is a completely green racetrack, and by that I mean there's no rubber on it from all the rain we've had, and just look at the
Oh boy, did it
air.
right.
You'd have to say 28 cars in front of you taking all of the clean air. On board here with Marcus Ericsson. What happened? Oh, Blomqvist lost it down low.
Spin in front, get right. Damn it.
And guys, the irony is that this is exactly the same mistake that took Marcus Ericsson out on qualifying practice. Tom Blomqvist in the 66 get his left front tire on the rumble strip. It unweighted the car, it sent him backwards, and it takes out Marcus Ericsson.
Yeah,
Watch Blomqvist up front on the left.
You just
There
see,
it is.
You get onto that gray concrete patch, just a first-time Indy 500 competitor.
Thank
First
God for
corner,
airstream,
first
y'all.
lap. One of the classic mistakes, rookie error. There's really no other way to put it, Townsend.
Wow,
Watch
is
this
rookie
crash.
There's really their first
Watch
corner,
this
first
right
lap.
here, and
One of
people
the
still
classic
bitching about my air
mistakes.
screen.
Rookie error. There's really no other way to put it, Townsend.
If it were about to go back under green, but
So this is four now.
but first
Out
of
the race,
Honda
Marcus
engine,
Armstrong is
first
done.
mini Honda
They have
engines
lost
that went.
power to his Honda.
Oh my, that's Marcus Ericsson and Marcus Armstrong, Pietro Fittipaldi and Tom Blomqvist.
Yeah, back to this box, but I wanted to make sure there's no oil on the track.
And the Pennzoil Chevy at the front of the field. There's moves happening.
Excuse me, there's overdrive upgrade
Kyle Milot's in
trucks.
trouble. He's being swapped. It's Kyle Larson, and there's contact with Ryan Hunter-Reay.
Hunter-Reay with the hip check to Larson. Something went horribly
I don't
wrong
understand why we were so
for Kyle
aggressive.
Larson on the restart. James, we've been talking about this as they go too wide in turn 1.
Marty said it's one of the things Larson.
In fact, if this is first oval of the season, it's crazy.
We have thousands of laps of practice,
We-
dozens
I
of hours, but this is
definitely
one thing
want
you don't
Texas
experience
as
in the
a-
race. Kyle Larson getting caught out there.
Look at the front too. Oh, there's somebody.
I used to think this should be first oval until I heard people say that Texas is the closest you get to speeds here. So now I miss Texas because
sees his teammate Kyle Kirkwood going big and says,
I was full of flowers.
Great stuff from the Andretti driver.
But
You see him pop out there, Ryan.
yeah, this is first time watching for highlights from when I was.
3 wide into 1. They both get around the number 23. Let's take a look on board with Kyle.
Oh, wheel spin. He was in first gear, James, and that. Oh, he went to fourth or third gear. He upshifted.
I think he had a wheel spin moment, and as he went to correct the spin, remember the shift paddles are on the back of that steering wheel. It sounds like he caught a gear and upshifted. Here's from Herta's view.
Green.
So the car in front of Herta was out of line before that green came.
That's Sato.
So that could be what is under review. Kyle Larson not doing anything wrong from a legality standpoint, just a procedural one.
It is still Team Penske 1, 2, and 3.
I felt like every time there's a restart, it was like, oh, restart's under review.
And show you rookie Christian Rasmussen, Hench Was this too brave or just super decisive or what?
Let's call it a little bit of both. I mean, this was definitely one of the most spectacular drivers to watch in practice, making some bold moves on the outside a few times.
This race was definitely worth a rape. I do agree that they got a little too aggressive. Especially this reliever race.
Folks, keep watching the white, yellow, and black car of Colton Herta. Oh, and we've got more trouble. Catherine Legg.
Her engine actually started to go right beside my turn. I saw her engine start to smoke like that. I was like, is that an engine? I knew it right away as soon as I saw that smoke without a crash. It was like, well, someone just lost an engine. I saw that smoke. I was looking for a red car. I didn't see it. I was like,
but she showed her grit and speed and talent to put a car in the
I like how they keep electronic marshalling
this looks like
meters up for oval. But, that's a nice touch. But
500 campaign. The majority of the field dove for pit lane. Stingray Rob did not. Connor Daly did not, nor did teammates Christian Lundgaard.
I mean, Stingray Ray left enough laps. I just thought it was a weird strategy choice until he actually started really a lot of laps. I was like, okay, maybe he's just off sequence versus everyone else.
It is a baby dragon down the front straightaway for Stingray Rob, and Connor Daly just chewed it up and grabs the lead with ease.
Ferrucci around the outside. He rounds up Will Power in that Verizon Chevy. Look at the stars and stripes. Center of your screen. Ferrucci's on the move.
He's got ahead of both the Penske's of Newgarden and Power, trying to follow Scott.
I just read my speaker.
That's Herta on award.
With
in the yellow and white car,
although we tried to get my headphones working again for Mid-Ohio, so we have IndyCar radio.
Guys, this is racing like the last restart of the race.
Side by side, they go around the outside of Will Power. That's Rosenquist on Power.
Great move from Felix on board now with Pato.
Arrow, 5 years out.
In the wall, the
if it asked one of the YouTubers I watch, he calls it line, it's sex tips.
You owe me a Coke. And that is in turn 2, guys. As he ended in turn 2, very similar to where he ended.
I think these are new trucks.
Crash, I think it started a lot earlier.
Chevy gave, because the older ones were
aggro right now. Way too gnarly. For 28 laps in, it is too aggro right now. And I don't know if it's the 4-hour delay, guys, but it is too aggro right now. Way too gnarly for 28 laps in.
Yeah.
The way that mid-pack is driving. I don't know how much caffeine they had to stay jacked up for this afternoon, but in a lot of cases, too much.
Too much, and on a completely green racetrack. We already talked about it a little bit. With that rain, there's just no.
Yeah, we're just. That's where I got that from. We're just trying way too aggressively for this reliever race.
We're seeing them here in the first 30.
The AMR safety team have been way busier than they thought they would or hoped they would. We thank them for their service. Keep your eye on the American Legion.
4 wide?
Linus Lundqvist. Whoa, he went right on the inside, lost control.
Why were they trying 4 wide?
And it didn't pay off.
Why were they trying 4 wide? Look at this.
Whoa, keep your eye on the American.
I knew he was a rookie, but maybe it was later of a race, but visibly of a race, you think spotters would be telling people to calm down, like, why? Hi, buddy. Sorry, I got to stretch around my cat, like, okay, you could argue that's 3 wide at a point, but
Legion Honda of Linus Lundqvist.
I don't know. Would you guys would anyone? I don't know if this would be. Yeah, I guess you could. I don't know. Could you consider that 4 wide? I was saving a 4 wide for a brief second. And that's what caused it, like... You can really see the track's not wide enough for this. Excuse me. We're gonna do the poor man's teleprompter again. So let me open Paint. Of course, with Smith and Wesson, I'm talking about Indy 500, but but anyways, like, why are we going 4 wide here? Like, like right here. I'm just gonna take just a green because you know. Oh, excuse me. Like, look, grass is gonna come. This should be your warning point for hey, coming up over grass. Like, I don't understand. I'm gonna save this because I just want to know.
Them for their service.
Hold on a second. I don't know why it's not trying to capture YouTube now. There we go. Anyways, why are we going 4 wide? We're not even. We're just past quarter distance. No, we were quarter distance. I can't even math. Like, we were quarter way through the race, and we're racing like it's the last lap.
The American Legion Honda of Linus Lundqvist. Whoa, he went right on the inside, lost control. It was an ambitious move, and it didn't pay off.
They're rookie, but you should have enough sense by now
leads this field back to green
to realize that 4 wide at IMS is not going to work.
And Santino Ferrucci, the yellow submarine to the front.
How about Ferrucci? 2 wide on Stingray, Rob.
My race control should have sent a note
pulling away
to all the crew chiefs about, or even strategists, tell them drivers to calm the heck down. I thought we were going to have a lot more team now without, I mean, 4 wide again, like, what are we doing?
No lessons learned after that last crash. Everybody just as psycho, mid to farther back.
I mean, yeah, really, how else do you describe this besides psycho?
Herta, guys, is on an absolute tear, trying to get a move done now on Will Power into turn 1.
Newgarden on Ray Hall into turn 1, then Power, then Herta, then Palou.
And Herta has 2 sponsors, excuse me. Why didn't even tell him to save a car? You only have lead damage. Just say, you're going to go through the end of the lead lap, but Herta, please come to pit. Because just like a road course race, you can replace your wing. In fact, Carp Dave already do a hot stop, repair the wing for that situation. So I don't know what his pit box was doing. They always have your TV feed on. They should have told her to, hey, refire the car. Ask him to refire you. You only have lead damage. Bring it back slowly.
The 24.
Bring it back slowly or get towed back, which we can do. But use the TV hook. I'm sorry, for anti-roll hoop. They put a rope around it and they have to try to pull you. They could have had them pulled back to pit. You'll see what I'm talking about a little bit, but
to the lead.
I think his
he's
pit
gonna
box
let
cost him
anyone
the
go. They
500,
like
not
being
Herta.
out front much more as of right now. And plus, Townsend, we've got a
Like,
lot
how
of
is Herta
cars
supposed to
that really
know?
watch out the fuel strategy.
You sit very low in the car. How is he supposed to know only his wing was damaged?
Felix Rosenquist, it's another Honda.
That is the
And then
third
Rosenquist's
Honda.
engine was like, yeah, okay, I'm done. This is too late. It's past my bedtime. Good night.
And Rosenquist
I mean, listen
was
to
having-
that.
And Rosenquist was having a great.
That is just one sick engine.
Rosenquist was having a great run.
It was Chevrolet that had the challenges in qualifying.
Like,
Now it's
okay,
Honda.
let's listen to that
It was
one more time. Like,
And Rosenquist was having a great run.
It
was
was
this is the first time hearing it with
And Rosenquist
audio. I'm just gonna let you listen
is
to
the
it.
Third Honda.
Park it there.
And Rosenquist was having a great run.
It was Chevrolet
Bring it if you can.
that had the challenges in qualifying.
Not so sure
Now
about
it's
that,
Honda
Spas.
in the race.
See most of the field now peeling off into pit lane. Another set of yellow flag stops. This is where the guys and
I
girls
still don't
over the wall
understand.
make their money. Kevin.
Santonio Ferrucci is going to be the first of the leaders to hit his box. He was warned. Callum Ilott pitting in front of him is way behind him, so he may have to hold.
Oh,
to
look who
avoid
won,
any kind of
Monaco.
contact. As you might expect, Colton Herta +9. He wants no changes.
But
When Alexander Rossi was asked by Brian Barnhart, his strategist, you want any changes? One word answer. Nope. Very happy.
it's
with
over
all
for
seven
crash
cars.
up start
That's
red
been
red
Scott
flag.
McLaughlin in pit stall number 1.
So everyone got a
P2
free
very
pit
happy.
stop.
They
So
did indeed try to
basically,
save a little bit of fuel, waiting on that fuel
they
right
went entire
now.
race on one set of
McLaughlin
tires.
once again uses that number 1
Like-
pit stop to his advantage. But how about Rossi maybe gaining some spots
That
there?
was slow out of the box for McLaughlin. Uncharacteristic.
the only way you
Also
can change
slow
tire
for
in F1 or
Ferrucci and
IndyCar
Rossi.
during red flag is if you have a puncture.
And Colton Herta was blocked there as well, trying to get
Like,
out.
and then what
Second also slow
was
for that was slow out of the box for McLaughlin, uncharacteristic,
like?
and also
I don't
slow
know
for
what
Ferrucci and
Rossi was doing here. That's why I don't like him. He's a jackass.
And Colton Herta was blocked there as well, trying to get
He
out.
about killed
It was a mad scramble.
Simon one
Have
year.
a look at this. Rossi versus McLaughlin. That's
And
one.
I don't know how it's not unsafe release.
Malone swerves at Newgarden, but I think gives up almost position on the timing line with that swerve because
Like,
Newgarden was
please
able
tell me
to-
how this is not an
Yeah,
unsafe
watch-
release.
Have a look.
Like, you can clearly see Herta. Alright, I'm gonna have to bring out the poor man's helicopter again. Whoops. Wrong button. Ha 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 ha. Like. Actually.
And Rossi.
Release from Rossi.
Seriously, how is that not unsafe
Colton
release,
Herta
man?
was blocked there as well, trying to get out. It was a mad scramble. Have a look at this. Rossi trying to get out. It was a mad scramble. Have a look at this.
I mean, I don't know. I want to know what IndyCar officials were looking at during this replay. Like,
Ross.
I don't know why it doesn't like him. I'm trying to take screenshots and make it poor man's teleprompter, but just don't. I just don't understand how it's not an unsafe release. Like, there's no way that Rossi right here is at full speed. And he's already having to avoid McLaughlin. Like, and then you see Herta right there. Like, how's that a unsafe release, man? You could, right? Here is where video was stopped, as you can tell by the markings. Like, how's that not an unsafe release? Like, Bob Rossi didn't win because it would have been a very controversial win looking at this. Like, but it's an unsafe release. I'm not saying because I'm a Herder fan, I'm saying it because I'm a fan of safety. Like, excuse me, I don't understand how it's not unsafe release.
It was a mad scramble. Have a look at this. Rossi versus McLaughlin. That's one.
Yeah, watch this.
I mean,
Rossi versus
Pelot, Newgarden, and Herda all had to slam over brakes and take avoiding action to avoid hitting Rossi. How the hell was Fat not an unsafe release? Like, now I'm glad Newgarden won. Because if he would have lost because of this, I'll be very furious. I'm even a Newgarden fan. I mean, he can be a jackass sometimes. Wow. Jackass is like my word of the day. But, look how beautiful that Pride car is. It just fits the scheme so perfectly, but please, when you force free cars to check up, how the hell is that our unsafe release?
Rossi versus McLaughlin. That's one.
Yeah, watch.
Pelot even walked up so hard he hit Newgarden. How the hell is that not an unsafe release?
This. Pelot swerves at Newgarden, but I think gives up almost position on the timing line with that swerve because Newgarden was able to speed ahead a little bit.
And then you heard Colton Herta say that he thought Rossi held him up. He did have to hit the brakes for Rossi's release, but look
that
at the
it's
green
an
and black
unsafe
car,
release.
Rinus VK being investigated for an unsafe release.
Yeah, that's going to be a drive-through because you are not.
But Rossi's wasn't an unsafe release.
With cars running.
Okay.
There, as you see, Alex Pelot gets the knife out here and goes.
Okay. Okay.
Back under racing for
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna make this a separate highlight just for 500 coverage. I'm going to put it on my YouTube if it wants to go for full VOD, but I'm sorry. I can't get over this. We force free cars to check up, and two cars almost wreck on pit trying to avoid another car that had to check up. That is the definition of unsafe release. Like, come on. What the hell are you watching IndyCar Cruise Control?
Look at this. Rossi versus McLaughlin. That's one.
Yeah, watch this.
Pelot had to check up and almost yeeted Newgarden
almost position on
into the wall.
with that swerve because Newgarden was able to speed ahead.
He had to brake check so hard, or check up, excuse me, so hard that he almost swerved.
Have to hit the brakes for Rossi's release, but look at the green and
like,
black car, Rinus VK.
And that's not
investigated for an unsafe release.
Yeah, that's going to be a drive-through because you are not supposed to go straight to the high line with cars running there.
I mean, after we get done watching, I'm just gonna see if I can find the excuse me.
Goes.
For box car. I don't think that was a penalty.
Here we go, 4 wide again on the front stretch up front. Daily Rob, but Scott McLaughlin says this is my corner.
Header around the outside in the yellow, white and black Cambridge Honda.
Now I see that. That's a clear and obvious unsafe lap.
I've never seen.
See if I can hold the box score
2x2 here at the Speedway, guys. There
on my
seems to be
phone.
grip on that high line, and now Herta trying to get around the 41 of Stingray Rob.
Restarts today, absolute insanity, especially in the meat of the pack. Castro Neves and Award mixing it up back there. Alexander Rossi and Alex Pelot run nose to tail up front.
That was a decisive Determined move by Scott McLaughlin, but Bob is able to come back. Takes the top spot.
Scott Dixon in the blue and orange car trying to make moves, but there's Santino Ferrucci making
I'll
moves again.
try to pull it up
That
on
time,
my
it was
computer
on the
when we
white
get
and
done
orange,
watching
number
this,
7 of
but
Alex Rossi.
how is that
Had
an
that
unsafe?
pit stop with the fuel probe
How is that an
but
unsafe
very
release? It's
quickly,
beyond me.
The stars and
All right,
stripes
right over.
car
We're back on
to
to
the front.
covering the 500.
Can tell you that we've got a note from race control, Renus VK, unsafe release. We showed you the replay before we went to the break, and he.
But
has been
Rossi's
sent to
wasn't.
the back of
Okay.
the field. And
Okay.
How cool is this to see?
Okay.
Oh no! Big crash! And it's Colton Herta.
And here's the part where
Herta
his
and the Gamebridge
team
Honda
should
is
just
out.
told him.
What happened to one of the pre-race favorites who was
People-
running in second place and looking great?
I don't understand why they didn't just tell her to, hey, your front wing is damaged. Slowly bring it back. Or just have it. I don't know if they can do it on ovals, but I've seen them on
Pops out
road
because
courses.
I think the front wing's damaged. I don't know about the rest of the car.
We didn't see a lot, but he is quick. He must know something we don't, Townsend, because he is quick to get out.
Right front looks okay. Left rear, right rear looks okay. The nose is collapsed, but that's easily replaceable on pit lane.
I don't see any damage on the floor. I don't see any damage on the back of the car. But again, he must
Why
know
didn't his
something
team
we don't.
say
Let's listen.
anything?
We're in the wall, guys.
James, I don't know what happened. It sounded a little weird, almost like the driveline locked.
Why
up.
didn't
It was
his
a weird
team-
loose sound. But I'll go back. He didn't hit anything on all four corners. Maybe the left front a little bit.
Maybe, but you could
Not
do
bad.
it. You could do a steering arm or something like that. But he had a huge save, kind of reminiscent of that testing spin when he was having to avoid Will Power. No, I don't think the left
I
front
don't
even
think it
touched.
did.
I think it's just a nose cone, Townsend.
Man, he should stay in that thing.
All right, here they are.
Like,
coming.
what was
We'll
his
start
pit
with
box
Santino
watching?
Ferrucci. He just commented, he said, I thought I was sliding all over the place, then I saw what happened to Colton Herta. He's glad to have a pit stop. Further up, Joseph Newgarden
Like-
wants to take a little bit of downforce up. He's got that easy out, Marty.
Kevin, other than one restart today,
I think next year I'm trying to get my video board just for like pit stops and for final lap.
A little bit of an issue on entry to the corner. They're going to make a wing adjustment here. Scott McLaughlin pits.
Man, we had
from
a
the lead.
stall on
See if that
pit.
clutch issue bothers him this time. Maybe because a teammate, Joseph Newgarden, leaps him here on pit road. Oh, and a problem on pit
Yeah,
road.
the
Lee.
Guy Care Chevy of Ed Carpenter, the owner-driver. What has happened? Check it out. Oh, Callum Ilott got shoved into his pit box. They had to push him out of the way and wait for Ed.
What was?
Here we go.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Oh, Callum happened.
What?
Check it out. Oh, Callum
Kirkwood,
Ilott
bud, what are you
got
doing?
shoved
No
into
wonder you
his
got a
pit
pill
box.
deep,
They
bozo.
had to push him out of the way and wait for Ed. Here
What
we
was
go,
Kirkwood
back
doing
racing
there?
at the Indianapolis
Did he
Motor
forget to?
Speedway.
Did he
Renus
somehow turn off his
VK
speed
is at the
limiter
front of the
for a
field.
second?
He's on a different strategy. And around
Oh,
goes
it's insanity,
Christian
and we're moving
Lundgaard,
it halfway.
Sweeping right around in the Hy-Vee Honda. But look at Joseph Newgarden.
How about
that yellow
Ferrucci?
and red machine.
Ferrucci again making moves. Passes McLaughlin. Those two cars are on the same
Like, this is gonna be
strategy.
one of the longest podcasts we've done in a while,
Newgarden
but
ultimately
it's
leading that primary
this race
strategy.
deserves it.
News from race control. Kyle Kirkwood.
Gee, I wonder why.
Will need to come to pit lane. Avoidable contact for hitting Callum
I don't
Ilott
know
on
about
pit
that.
lane.
I don't know about that. I would appeal that if it's possible, James. We'll look at a replay.
I didn't know.
But
Avoidable
Callum Ilott
contact.
Never transitioned out of the fast lane for his stop. He just jammed on the brakes. Watch this. I don't know about that call. Everybody's jacked up, and Callum Ilott really should be fading to straddle that pit lane and show that his box is coming up. You can't expect Kyle Kirkwood to know where Callum Ilott's pit is.
I think you look at any insurance adjuster will tell you if the contact comes from the back, Marty, it's probably their fault.
Well, Kyle Kirkwood agrees
Yeah,
with you guys. He said, how in the world do we get a penalty when someone slows down in the fast lane right in front of me? That was not our fault, Dylan.
So Colton Herta
Wah,
has
wah,
been
wah,
released from
cry
the
me a
Care Center.
river.
Car is in the garage. They put a new front wing on it, and Colton is getting ready to climb back in the race car. They'll have to wheel it back to gasoline
This
alley.
team cost
But
him
he is
so many
over here
points.
just to the
Herta
left of
needs
our
to leave
camera,
Andretti.
getting
I'm
suited
sorry.
back up, getting ready to climb back in the 26. So you guys are right, minimal damage.
Let's show you this on board the Arrow McLaren Chevy Pato.
I know he's signed extension recently, but I'm sorry, there's either he needs to leave Andretti or Andretti needs some serious changes. I want to see Herder win a championship because I'm a Herder fan. Well, I'm a Will Power fan. He has 2 championships. I've seen both.
Wow, they spun the tires up. You
I want to see Herder win a championship. It's going to happen someday, but
get away with 1, but not 2. Ninja hand.
his team needs to stop costing him massive points. He dropped
and the other changes have been very minor. A slight wing adjustment early.
lots of
Fresh
points.
tires that set him on his way.
Now, unfortunately, it's in Will Power,
That
so
has put Joseph Newgarden into the front. The defending
I can hope a tweet of points post 500. Although I'll probably show at the end of this video. Hopefully.
Anyone's done it in more than 20 years.
Marcus Ericsson should be the first one to win.
Oh, it's Ryan Hunter-Reay.
World's, as we say, the world's fastest lawnmower.
Great job to keep that car down and not spear back onto the racetrack into the path of oncoming cars, T-Bell.
You can see the Firestone white wall is missing on the right front, which means I think he got
the
a
wall.
turn 2 wall with understeer, and then the grass.
Oh, look at the grasshopper track. What was that, turn 2?
Yikes, wait till you see this.
That's
replay.
beat. Oh, man, the grass crew.
They tell how graphic it was. Checking it out.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Oh.
what was the fade? Was that Dixon?
It was.
Where's
Scott
Dixon
Dixon.
going, bro?
Whoa.
And then
Maybe it's just a yeah.
360-degree spin
That's just a
through the
racing
grass
incident.
in
Let's be
front of
honest here.
traffic at over 200 miles an hour. That's a terrifying moment for a driver.
Team Penske 1 and 2, and it's the defending winner who will bring this.
Like I said,
and Scott McLaughlin, they're side by side.
yesterday should have been Newgarden's first Indy 500 win. I don't agree with a red flag.
McLaughlin back to the
I gave him his
Ferrucci
first.
on the outside of Rossi as well. We got cars high. We got a spin.
Andretti, Marco Andretti.
Oh,
Just
Andretti
clips the
Global.
wall.
Andretti
That rear
Global
wing
has
did
had
not have a good
Marcus
day.
Ericsson, Marco Andretti, now
Colton Herta.
and Colton Herta, plus the Kyle Kirkwood drive-through penalty.
Mario's
Michael
like,
Andretti
oh my
and his
gosh,
father Mario
this is why I live
only
Team
drops their
CU.
head
I can't take this
wonder
crap anymore. I'm gonna have a heart
how
attack.
This is what happened to Marco. He's right in the middle.
Maybe
of that
Mario
pack.
needs to take over the
He
team.
starts
Maybe
walking
that's what
around
they
on it
need.
super early. He gets into a
Maybe not take over the team,
slapper.
but help
If you've ever had that on
Michael.
a motorcycle, and he just keeps chasing it, and then finally has to lock it down here on the.
Nobody got sure
front.
if fast if I was like map free
Big
insurance.
Tail wags.
Let's go. Green flag flies here in Indy.
Brilliant jump for Scotty Mack. Watch those
My
two
laps
line
is a
green
timing
cars. They've been
system.
going at it. Rasmussen and Canapino.
Larson on the inside.
So-
And Palou is forced up high.
Rossi on the outside of Ferrucci. He used the car in front as a pick. Ferrucci wanted to pull out, but he had nowhere to go. Rossi blocked him in, ran the high side, got the position. Now running
But just
up in
remember
third.
last year's race because we didn't have any controversial finishes.
At
least in my opinion. I don't-
On Kyle Larson and goes to the outside. They're 3 wide further back.
119 of 200 is still too early for free wide, in my opinion.
Honko's Hollinger car. He went right by
Honestly,
Leo Castro.
I haven't seen
Here's
single
Renus
file
VK and
for a
Callum
long
Island
time.
Wheel to wheel.
Callum on that curb on the inside of 4. We've seen it catch drivers out. He managed to get it done. Now
I mean,
Rossi
there
on
was
the
lots of
inside
passing,
Newgarden for
but
There's a change.
even 2 wide would be
Rossi in the
nice.
Arrow McLaren Chevy splits the Team Penske machines.
I just don't understand how Rossi didn't get a
Racing runs fourth.
And these top 5 drivers
drive-through
have the
penalty
ultimate challenge.
for
Be aggressive,
unsafe
make
release.
moves,
That was
but
clear and
don't burn
obvious
too much
unsafe
fuel
release.
In doing it, they're still trying to extend their window. They want to get to probably lap 135 before they pit.
I don't know why they didn't just say, hey, Herder, your nose is damaged. Box, box, box. That's the easy replacement.
Pits from the lead with 70 to go in the Indy 500, trying to go back-to-back for the first time since Elio Castronez.
It should have been Marcus Ericsson who won last year.
Vibration, so he's been waiting for this stop to try to make the car a little bit better. Slight turn of front wing, and Newgarden is back out.
So, you know, he's coming up a ticket again. So,
McLaughlin, Rossi, Ferrucci go. Here comes McLaughlin.
you always have flash race winner I can ticket. My ticket's still in my dad's car.
Oh, big lockup from Kyle.
Man, when the sun came out, I was like, ah, because I knew it was going to make the swims bad. And boy, did it! We had to go 50. My dad had to go 50 in a 70. He was training so hard. At one point, we were going 30 in a 55. He was training so hard.
Second year in IndyCar racing, Marty.
and then trying to get on 70 off of 65. People were driving too fast for conditions, and they had to have 2 fire trucks and a police car blocking the accident scene. So I need to get the Illinois Department of Transportation app soon if it Indianapolis, Indiana Department of Transportation app if they have one like Ogo. So.
How about Alexander Rossi to the front? 2 for 1 from Alexander Rossi. Not only McLaughlin, he got Newgarden as well. Rossi to the front.
It's just so funny how Rossi was in the hunt. I'm afraid he probably should have been in because he got away with a clear and obvious unsafe release.
It's a drag race, but the power and the
Like,
advantage, it's gonna go
when a driver says it's an unsafe release, I'm pretty sure the drivers are good. Excuse me, I'm not just saying it because I'm a Herder fan. I'm saying it because it was an actual unsafe release.
How did they all fit? How did nobody hit? That was incredible.
So,
How is the racetrack that clean? Is Palou now 3 wide? Palou to the front. Oh, yellow out.
Big one for Willpower. It's
and then my date just with a bat to reverse.
And that's not what Scott Dixon wanted to see. It allows the field that needed to stretch fuel.
Will was fine, but my date. Now that car was destroyed, unfortunately.
Been his this year. On the front row, started from second, and had a good month of May.
I mean, unfortunately, his wife was having health problems.
On the outside of Christian Rasmussen.
30 year couldn't recover.
Just got high, got loose, and got in the wall.
Here comes Pato.
I know it's on every car, but how much taunting would that be to wreck and then see the caution lights come on?
3 behind him, Joseph Newgarden up high around
Like,
and Palou. We got a car up high, but keeps it out of the wall.
Newgarden thinks he's at Iowa Speedway.
The fact that Rossi was leading is an absolute joke.
Further back, it's getting dicey.
Arrow, McLaren 1-2, Ganassi.
As you saw after the last drive-through, he couldn't recover well. So,
wheel into turn 3 with Kyle Kirkwood.
we cost 3 cars to check up. It almost costs 2 cars to wreck up pit and don't get a penalty.
Still in it.
Tucking out and heading up the inside.
Does he like get some kind of like he's on Survivor, he gets immunity idol or something? Like winning the 8500 for 8500 gets you immunity idol from clearing off his penalties.
Cars will blend with those that just pitted. Dixon and O'Ward, there they are in the short shoot. This is the battle for the win of the Indy 500.
Watch over here, coming out.
So
Dixon, but the others are at speed.
Rossi gets a little bit of a toe off O'Ward. Both him and Newgarden.
I don't know what that was. I know they're trying to get a toe, but just try to get a toe off Newgarden. Because he's at full speed, like. That could have been a terrifying Billy Walker accident. Poor kid lost both his legs because of a sudden stop. Like, I didn't see that. I did not like that move.
We haven't mentioned Pato O'Ward for a couple of laps, but I've been watching closely, and the driver of the Aero number 5 suddenly seems to be finding his groove again.
This was the second best Indy 500 ever attended. I'm still.
20 laps ago, O'Ward is going forward.
I'm sorry, but the first one, the best one ever attended was the 2021 Indianapolis 500. Because not only did Julio win his 4th, it was just such good racing, man.
With a second place here, he has the car. He has the fuel.
But I have a feeling we're going to show a final 3 laps, so I'm just going to shut up and let you watch.
2 laps to go, and Pato's got his teammate Alexander Rossi right behind as well. Newgarden, O'Ward, Rossi, Dixon, and Palou.
You can see the balance in that race car. He is nervous. He is balancing that thing on the absolute edge.
You know what to do now.
Great job hanging on to it. He's got a nice run coming to turn 3.
And decides not to take it. That tells you everything you need to know.
That shocks me.
If a yellow comes out now, we can't red flag it.
White flag, amigo. White flag.
White flag, amigo.
Here it comes.
There has never been a Mexican driver win the Indianapolis 500. Maybe that time is now. With one more lap to go, Pato goes to the lead.
He's not going to lift this time. He did it against Ericsson and lost. Pato Award to the front off of turn 2.
5 back. 6 back.
Award tries to break the draft. Newgarden's like, I've been in this situation before. Joseph Newgarden around the outside of Pato Award. This is mind-blowing. Joseph Newgarden had to wait 12 times to win it, and now he's going to do it back-to-back. Joseph Newgarden is a 2-time Indy 500 winner. Oh my goodness.
I'm just glad Rossi didn't win that, because if I went Newgarden was got taken out pit during Rossi's clear unsafe release.
And it's Joseph Newgarden.
It's just hilariously stupid.
It's one of the most emotionally draining Indy 500s you've ever been a part of, win or lose.
No doubt, no doubt. I knew we could win this race again, and just a matter of getting it right. There's no better way to win a race than that. I mean,
I like how even his kid,
I gotta give it up to Pato
who really
as well.
looks like him, needs
He's
to
an
pit
incredibly
pass.
clean
Like,
driver.
how do I know
It
you're
takes-
not some
it takes
fake
two
New
people to make that
Garden?
work. So it's not just a good pass. It's also, someone that's incredibly clean. So I mean, I got to give hats off to Pato. He could have easily won this race too, but it just fell our way. And I'm just so proud of everybody. Proud of this whole team. Luke at home, who not here but deserves to be here. And Tim, they're a huge part of this team. But Raul and JD did a great job this whole month. And to have Shell on board, we're running 100% renewable fuel because of these guys since last year. Everyone that partners with us, Team Chevy, it's just a great day. I'm glad we got it in today too. I really thought we were racing tomorrow.
Up next, it's the Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix, Sunday.
Yeah,
June
we got
7th. Watch it
Detroit
on USA Network.
But yeah. Anyway, we are now